The investigation into the handling of classified documents by former President Trump is heating up this morning, and there are new indications that Trump could face an indictment. At a meeting with federal prosecutors on Monday, Trump's attorneys were told the former president is a target of the investigation. Two sources briefed on that meeting tell NBC News. A spokesperson for the Department of Justice declined to comment on this latest report. Trump's handling of classified documents came under investigation last year after they were discovered at his Mar-a-Lago home. 184 of them were marked as classified. On social media yesterday, the former president said that he has not been told he is being indicted and reiterated that he has done nothing wrong. For more on these latest developments, we're joined now by NBC News Justice reporter Ryan Reilly. Ryan, good morning to you. So walk us through all this. What does it mean to be a target in an investigation like this? What are the likely next steps?
Well, it's not great for if you're Donald Trump. And I think, we saw a lot of indications of this and previously just building up to this, right? You could kind of surmise this from just the fact that there's this open grand jury investigation that, who they're interviewing exactly. Obviously this was announced back in November that Merrick Garland was made this announcement to appoint the special counsel to look into all of these issues surrounding Donald Trump after Donald Trump made his presidential announcement. So, it's not incredibly a surprise, but I think that it's clear now that we're getting to a real pivot point in this investigation, especially, I think, as we've seen indications that this investigation has basically shifted to Miami. And that's something that really we're only now learning, I think, in the past couple of days following this testimony by one of Trump's aides before the grand jury down there, that really this special counsel investigation into the documents issue specifically has really moved down to Florida and is really at a now pivot point. We saw the investigation unfold mostly in D.C., but it's pretty easy for federal prosecutors essentially to port all of that investigation down to Florida, present it before a grand jury, either by having an FBI agent come in and essentially summarize the testimony that happened in D.C., or by presenting a few new witnesses, so they can catch up to speed, I think, pretty quickly. And it would eliminate some of these jurisdictional questions, I think, that you would see if this case was brought in D.C., because most of these alleged activity happened actually in Florida. So that would essentially simplify this process. And I think that's what we're seeing now.
We have to remember there are two federal investigations here. Special counsel Jack Smith is investigating the Mar-a-Lago documents. He's also investigating January 6th. And sources familiar with the matter say that former Trump White House official Steve Bannon has now been subpoenaed by a federal grand jury in Washington. What more can you tell us about this case?
Yeah, it might feel like deja vu for voters for viewers a little bit, because they hear Steve Bannon subpoena and you think back, and if you remember, last year we saw a situation where Congress, through the January 6th committee, had subpoenaed Bannon. He sort of stiff-armed that investigation, and as a result was convicted on 2 charges of contempt of Congress and was sentenced to 4 months in federal prison, which is basically pending appeal at this point right now. He's working through some appellate issues, but that sentence is still hanging over his head theoretically down the line. This, of course, is separate. This is the Jack Smith investigation. And it's a lot tougher to sort of resist one of these subpoenas once you get them from grand jury, as we've seen all of these witnesses cooperate with that, because there are some pretty stiff penalties very quickly that if you don't that come about if you don't cooperate with a federal grand jury. So I think we're going to see Steve Bannon potentially come in here. And he's a key witness to a lot of these January 6 issues that are being under investigation by Jack Smith.
All right, Ryan, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.